long, like a big, humongous text message. Fake friends.
That looks like
It's melted. Oh my gosh, we're eating our leftover Halloween candy. Breathe, Lily. Breathe.
You good?
Lily's gonna work herself up into anger for this video.
We're just like at the end of this, we're like yelling, crying.
How could you, Sonia? Comment down below if you guys have had fake friends before, and if you do, give this video a like and subscribe to this channel because we talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Annie, why don't you go ahead and tell us a story you have about fake friends?
Okay, so I haven't had like a super bad time with friends, I think.
You're being nice.
Basically, I was in this friend group and I was like, hey, what you doing? To one of the people in the group, and they're like, I'm sitting on the roof. And I was like, ooh, fancy. And I was like really bored, so I was texting all the people in the group and I was like, hey, what you doing? And they were like, I'm on a roof. And I was like, oh man, that's sad. They hung out without me. Oh well. Then I was like, oh, who are you with? Because I was, petty, 10-year-old me.
Oh, of course. Who are you with? Acting like you don't know what's going on.
Exactly. And it was an ant on my Reese's. Anyways, they were like, oh, nobody. And then I FaceTimed one of them.
Nobody. Shut
up.
Ah, it's so mean.
So I went and got in the car and I started having a panic attack because I used to be really insecure that people would hang out without me, and they were all together and they were like putting it on and they were like, oh, I'm by myself, And then I was like, so I know you guys have been hanging out a lot without me, and so basically they proceeded to tell me. It was like 3 of the girls in the group, and then there was one who didn't go, which is Hope.
She's a real OG.
They were just like telling me like, oh, we don't really want to hang out with you anymore because like fame has changed you and like you're just not the same person I used to be. But they only started saying this stuff after I had to like confront them and stuff, so I feel like that was just their cover up for wanting to not hang out with me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're probably just jealous.
It was a weird situation. I was already like kind of done with them. But so then when that happened, I was like, you know what? I need friends who are gonna love and support me.
Yes.
But I had a huge crush on this guy, and this girl was like,
that always gets complicated.
hey, I have a secret about this guy, and I was like, ooh, what is it?
Oh my
and she was like, oh wait, I'm not allowed to tell you.
Oh.
And I was like,
don't even at me.
I was like, what? Okay. I asked one of the other girls in the group and I was like, hey, do you know what the secret is? Like, I'm so confused. And she was like, okay, fine, I'll tell you. Me and the guy that you like each other. And I was like, I know, and it was, that was awful. Where is my Skittles?
I have a great story. Get your Halloween candy, get your coffee, you're in for a treat. This is a story that made Lily officially hate girls for a long time. We had this squad. We were
I remember y'all squad.
super tight. Always doing things together, always texting group chat, tight as like
a Chinese rope thing when you're...
Yeah, like with your fingers, yes. So it was summer when we we were hanging out so much, and Lily went to Ireland. We go to Ireland usually in the summers, used to, and we would spend 2 or 3 weeks over there, right? So it was perfectly normal. They knew I was in Ireland, they were still hanging out, and I was cool with that. Got back and I texted them and I was like, oh my gosh guys, I'm back, let's totally do something. And I vividly remember this. At the same exact time, all of them responded with a lowercase n, no, I can't today, sorry, or I'm busy, sorry. And I was like, okay, well tomorrow, and they were like, nah, can't. And I was like, okay, well we can just organize a time, and they were just like, no, we can't. And I was like,
just can't.
That's weird. I was like, okay, intermission.
Your teeth are so green.
So, at that point, we all had Snapchat. So Lily was just scrolling Snapchat one night and
don't know what's happening.
She saw a story that was all of the friends hanging out together. I was like, oh, maybe they had this planned before I got home. Blew it off, happened again, literally the next day. So it happened again. And there's this one girl, and her and I were really close at the time, so I texted her and I say, hey, I've seen you guys have been hanging out without me.
Yeah, that's what mine was too. I was like,
yeah, and I was like, if there's something we need to talk about, I'm totally willing to meet up and talk about it or whatnot. I got a text back from that long, a big humongous text message.
That's never a good sign.
I know, my stomach went dropped so bad, worse than turbulence on an airplane. And it said something along the lines of, get this, we don't want to be friends with someone as awful as you. I remember that specifically.
What?
She said awful as you. Then she said, we have given you so many chances to redeem yourself. And she was like, we see what you text people, and we don't approve of that, and we're gonna distance ourselves from you. So first of all, that broke my heart. I'm not that awful. I'm okay, I guess. Second of all, the whole so many chances to redeem yourself thing. I texted
what
back.
What does that even mean?
I know, and I was like, what? What? what was I doing wrong? I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. We were just hanging out like friends would. I couldn't have fixed anything if I didn't know anything was wrong. And she was like, we've been praying for you. And I was like, what? Like, okay? I thought we were like friends. So I was like literally just like heartbroken, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I stayed friends with one of them, Eden, my like OG friend. Okay, no. It gets worse. 3 months go by. I was still hurt and upset about it. And so then the one girl that I stayed friends with, Eden, her and I had a sleepover. And she was like, Lily, there's something I like kind of feel like I should tell you. This is the part where it gets really fun. Eden told me that night that it was like October in the last May when we had gone on a cruise. I gave my Snapchat password to the girls to keep up my streaks. Well, Lily, being the stupid 14-year-old that she was, didn't change the Snapchat password. So Eden said that all of them together, all 4 of them, had hacked into my Snapchat and read what I was sending my boyfriend about being upset and being like sad and like, yeah, like everything that I had texted him, like very personal stuff, and decide that they don't approve of me and that they should like break up with me essentially.
Was this when y'all were still friends?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's why I don't have a Snapchat anymore, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to get Snapchat. I've never had it because of that.
Literally because of that. Yeah.
Like, that's really sad.
I always wanted like the group of girlfriends, and then once I got it, they did that to me. That was the first drama we'd ever had. Like the first personal drama that I had really ever had. I never looked back.
I feel like people, when they're in a group of friends, they kind of know when it's bad. If there's gossip and a bunch of drama in the group, and you have like that gut feeling that like, they're like bad people, but you still like have that piece of you that's like, oh, but they're like my best friends and they give me so much comfort and they make me feel so happy and they're so pretty and they always compliment me.
Yeah, but like if they gossip about like other people
to you,
then they're probably gossiping about you to other people.
100% they are. So me and like kind of like the head girl in
like the alpha girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She would always gossip to me about the other girls, and so I thought that me and this alpha girl had like a special connection. I thought we were like extra friends because she was like, Annie, I would never gossip about you. All these other girls just aren't as good as you. But it wasn't like that.
One thing I would say to everybody who's like getting into like friendships and like getting into like squads and stuff is that if you see red flags at the beginning within 3 months or something, those are not going to go away, and do not justify them. Take them very seriously. They're not going to go anywhere, and they're only going to get bigger and bigger up until you basically have to indulge yourself either in drama, and you have to choose sides, and you have to text people late at night.
No one has time for that stuff.
The moral of the story is don't give your friends your passwords.
Yeah. I feel so sick. We did way too much. Or I did.
Yeah, I was super sick. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.